John 20:19. Uses un opsias, te hemera ekene, te mia sabaton, kaiton thuron, kekles menon, hapu esan hoi mathetai, diaton phaban ton judaion, elthen ha Jesus, kai este esta meson, kai lege autois, eirene humin. Translation. And as we begin the translation, let's note that we have a genitive adjective here used substantively. So for shorthand, we'll just say genitive noun. And then we have a genitive participle of a me. Then over here, we have another genitive noun and a genitive participle. So you should have a little alarm going off in your head that says genitive absolute. Genitive absolute. I'll remind you that's a subset of the adverbial use of the participle, where you can give a specific subject to the participle in the genitive, and then you have the participle itself in the genitive. Usually these are temporal clauses, so we'll translate them in English with the word when or while, and usually they begin at they're the beginning of a sentence. It's interesting that we have two here. So we'll add in the word when or while as we translate them. And so let's try this. So, when evening was, in other words, when it was evening, on that day, and then we have appositionally here, on the first of the week, and then we have to add in the word when again for the second use of the genitive absolute here, when the doors were closed, that's just a perfect passive participle there, when the doors were closed, where the disciples were, because of, on account of the fear of the Jews, Jesus came and stood in the midst, right? Stood in their midst. And he said, notice the narrative or historical present, he said to them, peace to you all. We don't have much time left, but let's say a little bit more about este. We did me verbs with my beginning students this last week, and I told them, whenever you see sta or stay, and you do not know what it's from, it is from histemi, almost certainly. Histemi meaning to stand. And this is indeed from histemi. This is an aorist active indicative, third person singular of histemi. Always let the context of the sentence help you as well, right? You have a third person singular subject right here. You have a he subject, he subject. Jesus came and you're expecting this verb also to be third person singular. Jesus came and stood in the midst.